Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid near Brow, and I still don't remember the name. I'm going to write this down next week, I think, of the asteroid he comes from.
Recaps Wedge, I believe.
Yeah, Recab's Wedge. That's it. Yeah, well done. Maybe we'll go there one time.
So that's why Braxon likes wedges.
Yeah, they
Hi
remind him of
everyone,
home. Sorry.
I'm Dagami-sama and I play Solas Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
Uh, yeah, I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin from Brawl.
Hello, everyone. I'm Salen Motor. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grey Space.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, an elven wild mage. Oops, Levalithana Sishasar, since she's so proud of her second name.
You can have Footloose, middle name. Hey, I'm Zach. I play Lafdul Moonglade, a specialty priest, and occasionally a thief. He's elf as well, from Realm Space. His gimmick is coming up with fun little titles. And his current title is the Reverberation Rallying Receiver, because he heard sounds, he's received the sounds, and he's rallying to records. I said that out of order, but yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't blame me.
Well, now that you've said don't blame you, we're
pronounced it correctly, but you said it
explained
out
it
of order.
out. Yeah.
Hang on. You mean there's a vibration and you go to look at what's happening?
I heard screaming, crying, and dying sounds, so I received, I was going to think of like the altercation answerer, but that didn't have enough to it, I guess.
Leva has this mental image of Lafdul with bat ears on top of its head.
I mean, he does use bat sense on more than a handful of occasions.
Yeah, but that doesn't produce bat ears on top of his head, does it?
No, it does not.
Well,
I mean, I could rule that it does.
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard to do with that.
Alright, so while my map is loading up, number of rerolls available to the party. Leva has one, Lafdul has one, Ockar has one, Finn has two, and I, the Dungeon Master, have one. Go ahead and drag everyone over to the section of the map. So we left off last time. Lafdul had heard some sounds and kind of led the party back here to find out what it was, and we immediately have rerolls for Solas and Braxon.
Oh,
thank you, Anghammarand.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
I was just remembering the times when Solas had her 4 rerolls. The good times. The innocent times.
So you came back to this chamber that you'd been in before, which has the remains of rusted armor and everything in it. And you found a very, very bloody one of the creatures that you'd encountered early on and made a bit of a deal with. In quite a bit of pain, with a lot of nasty wounds, and Lafdul, I believe you did some healing of it right away.
What type of wounds are they?
Let's see. Give me a medicine check.
Because this is like as quickly as I can, because it's going to determine whether or not I stay around here.
I was getting my ring ready for Finn, wasn't I?
Yep.
Oh no, you can carry on doing that, but I'm gonna. Nope. Yes, apparently.
Yep, that's a success. So it looks like you've got mostly stabbing wounds and a few nasty bludgeon hits. They appear to be. You would guess that they're weapon hits, not like claw or bite marks, because they're pretty large.
Potentially civilized.
We're not in combat yet, are we all? So
No.
I better go down there and give my ring to Finn.
Lafdul says to the party, I'm going to scout ahead while you talk. Get eyes on the situation. So I am going to use my granted power to turn myself invisible.
Solas feels very vulnerable on the back row for a sudden backstab, so he comes into the middle of the group.
What, you mean Lafdul's going to backstab? Yeah, I'm using my granted power to turn myself invisible.
Okay.
I'm going off to scout.
Okay.
Yeah, just to remind myself where we were last week, Finn, you did want to talk to this guy, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Braxon says, I suggest some of the rest of us watch the other doors.
All right. And
How
then,
far can you move? Very? Half? Third?
are you
See
just
when?
are you just walking, or are you trying to move silently?
For the first round, I'm moving at my full rate. Normal walk, not running.
Okay.
Then after that, I'll be move silently.
Well, I mean, you can go for a little ways and like go to a corner and like listen, and then like use that to determine whether you
Alright.
decide to move silently or something like that.
Well, I'll just do my regular movement. I mean, obviously, you tell me if I can move yet, because obviously stuff's happening.
No, you can go ahead and move.
And we'll move
all right.
to there.
So Finn, you've taken the ring from Braxon.
Yep, and I'll switch out my spell ring for it, and I'll turn to the creature. What has happened, friend?
So as soon as you put the ring on, you can definitely understand that it is now basically like crying in pain. It has taken some pretty nasty wounds, and it is pretty clearly in a fair bit of pain that has been relieved a bit with Lafdul's healing spell, but not entirely. It's definitely like afraid, but not directly afraid of you. You think that this was probably one of the ones that was in the chamber when you made when you were talking to them and made the deal and everything like that. And then after putting the ring on, it's saying it's a bit jumbled, but it's like saying nasty creatures, pain. You'll probably have to take a bit to calm it down before you can get anything solid and concrete out of it.
I will cast a Cure Light on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to ask if it still has such wounds that Cure Light would heal.
Okay, that is 6. All right. Yeah, it's still injured.
And
I will also cast Cure Light on it.
Okay. Lafdul,
Still injured.
Are you gonna do a listen, detect noise down there, or are you gonna just peek around the corner and go?
I'm just moving at the moment, and I'm not listening yet. See. So that leaves me with 70. I'm invisible, so I'm hoping that will save my bacon. 50, another 50.
Yeah, and keep in mind that you hadn't seen any of these creatures in this part of the complex, so
must have been pretty desperate to go into it.
Yeah, it may have been running for quite a ways.
It's not 10. I got another 10 after. I'll probably just that's my movement.
Okay.
Walking pace.
you remember that this door leads to an opening back out to the cave. I'll let you get up to the wall, and if you want to do a listen check around there, you can.
What, like
right there?
No. Yeah, probably no.
Okay.
But you have to wait around, I assume.
Well, yeah, I mean, you basically get to that and then begin listening, which takes a round.
Right. Well, it's 50. Just going away.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, all right. So Finn and Solas, you've cast some healing spells on it. That's taken care of most of its wounds. The rest of its wounds, like they're not life-threatening. They'll heal with some rest and stuff like that. And that has calmed it down a bit. Finn, what do you want to ask it?
What has happened? What has done this to you?
Outsider creatures come with metal weapons.
What did
Killed
they look
whole
like?
clan. Swift
What
one
did they
who
look
can
like?
hunt the fastest food fled when all others dead.
You'd kind of pick up that means that that's its name.
I'll turn and relay that to everyone else and be like,
I wonder if that's our
I'm
friends.
going to deal with this.
Yeah, this might be the other faction.
I think we might want to check this out before going forward, since we don't necessarily want to be surprised while we are fighting inside the ruins.
No.
So
we...
I mean, you know that Lafdul went off to scout. He did say that before he went and then vanished. And you can try to get more information out of this creature, and it needs some rest. So you know, if you take at the very least wait until Lafdul gets back.
Braxon says to Ockar, if we can find a place to hide this thing, do you think we could use the blanket and pillow? Might help it heal a bit.
It mostly needs rest now.
Yeah, but the blanket and the pillow will help it recover faster.
Ockar, do you have a response?
I think he's muted.
I'll ask him afterwards. Lafdul, so you listened at that doorway, and you have not you're not hearing anything that sounds like a living creature.
This, I mean, while I did say this, I've only just thought this retroactive, and it's up to you to educate, as you see. But this creature was bleeding, yes?
Yeah, and up to this point, I think that I think that you would
Could
have been
I
following the blood. It came
tell
in,
which
it came
way?
Through this, yeah, it came through this door.
The one I'm next to.
Yeah, I was kind of assuming that you were following the blood trail, actually.
Oh, well, I only just thought that. Alright, now he's going to start moving silently.
Okay.
It's only a third of your movement, right?
Yes.
Oh, no. This is slow.
I mean, again, you're not hearing anything beyond there.
No, but I know it's real close. So...
I mean, it's not like you can
I will
sprint
walk. I won't hide and shadow. Move. So I'll just walk. So I'm not running.
All right. I mean,
I know this
again,
place is a bit of an
keep in
echo
mind
chamber.
that just because you're not moving silently doesn't mean that things are gonna hear you.
Oh yeah, I mean it's even hard for a thief to be able to hear someone. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you're not
60,
walking
so
around in
90.
plate armor, so.
Well, silence chainmail. I'm gonna go to about now. It's not quite up against the wall bar.
Okay. All right, so it's can't really see too much at this point. Are you gonna listen again?
Obviously, yeah, I'm using dark vision. I think that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Infravision, sorry.
Yep.
Too much 5e games.
All right. It is still very quiet.
Because the blood would be quite warm on the ground, wouldn't it? Like red or hot compared to everything else.
Yeah, but it cools pretty quick. Like,
I mean,
a little drop of blood does not take very long to match the surrounding temperature. But, like, it is enough for you to follow it without using actual vision. All right. So, Finn, do you have anything else that you want to ask it?
How many of the outsider creatures are there?
Many, many more than can count. We tried to fight back, but there were too many of them.
More than there are of us right now?
Many more. We killed many still, but more came. Nasty, nasty spider creatures. Large
that
spiders
confirms it.
with tools.
I see.
All right, Lafdul, you're not hearing anything.
I'm still walking.
All right.
Doing 40. Nothing like leaving a smudgy finger on the computer screen. Oh, no. Oh, hello.
Yeah, you can make out that there's something a bit brighter, warmer up ahead on the ground in a pile.
I will go to there and I will not go any further. I will listen again.
Okay. All right. You're still not hearing anything. You're pretty sure that what you can see on the ground up ahead are some bodies. All right, Finn, anything else that you want to ask, or does anyone else want Finn to ask something?
Nothing to ask. But Leo, I think, is wondering whether she should just scream, Lafdul, come back into the corridors.
If Finn does pause, Braxon would ask Finn if he can give us a quick summary of what's happened.
I think Finn's been doing that.
I think Finn would be doing running translation.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking out loud or something.
All right, at the very least, summarizing it after it said something.
Okay. I suppose Braxon might say to Finn, do you think you can work out from it where in the caves the enemies were when it last saw them?
I'll ask him that.
Okay. It says,
Creatures attacked us in home caves. You met us there. We fought them back, but more came and killed all kin.
you can tell that its voice is filled with pain and sorrow.
Braxton's going to say, I'm sorry to hear that. Are you sure there's not some holding out? If there's some holding out, we might be able to rescue them.
Finn will translate that.
All killed when I run. Except Den Mother. Den Mother may still live, but do not think so. Spider creatures were merciless.
All right, Lafdul.
Hmm.
Do you want to
Sure.
advance up? You're not hearing anything.
Suspiciously quiet. I'm moving silently this time. Definitely.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm at Coffins and like. Can I peek around the corner? Can I screw it up that much?
Yeah, you can step one forward or something like that and look around.
Hmm.
So, you have basically come across the site of the remains of what was pretty clearly a pitched battle. There are a lot of corpses here. You can pretty easily differentiate between the creatures that, like the ones that you essentially befriended, and these other ones that you have not seen since their ship stopped you.
It's those same creatures.
Yeah. There are still weapons and equipment. They have not been, their personal weapons and equipment have not been removed. You'd have to get into the other room to get a better survey of what's going on, though.
Strange, I haven't heard anything. Can I move again?
Yeah, I'll
guess. Oh, yeah. Okay, lots more. Is there?
In your estimation, you would say that the creatures of the cave put up a pretty good fight, because there's a lot of corpses.
Is any of them still twitching and moving?
No, you're not hearing any sounds from them. They are they're dead. They're already beginning to cool, even.
Oh. What's that thing at the back? Or is that like that egg thing? You said it was like an egg chamber somewhere. I don't remember where.
You have not encountered that, so you don't know where that is. You would have to go look at the corpses closer to...
I can move like another... as far as I can...
You'd have to get basically to the token to take a look at it.
I'm moving silently, so my movement's crippled.
Yeah. You're still not hearing anything. You can give me an intelligence check.
I suspect that they might have just get reinforcements, because that's what... No. 40.
Okay. So, your guess is that after the fight, they did withdraw, probably to regroup. There's a lot of corpses here.
On both sides.
On both sides, yes, but there are way more of the spider creatures than of the local cave creatures. So, they took out way more than they lost. It's just that they were outnumbered heavily. And from where you are right now, these back here are actually a lot cooler than these up here. So you would guess that there were actually 2 fights, and there was an initial attack that the cavern creatures repulsed, and then way more of the spider creatures came back.
I would like to ideally get to the entrance to this cave to see if I can see a ship or anything. I mean, I know that they've invaded and they're on ground.
Especially moving silently, that would take quite a while.
Considering I haven't heard anything, and I'm pretty sure I can outrun or if I need to. I will just walk I'm going to walk a bit further.
Okay.
I'm not investigating.
Alright.
Actually, I need to check. 40. $20, 60, 70. I mean, I should check behind me, but oh well. 80.
There is a higher
20.
entrance up here.
Is there?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember because it's all black to me. I think it was deleted at one point. Do I remember if it was this way or the other way?
If you take the northern route, it'll be quicker. I mean, there is an entrance down here, but the other one is a bit higher. You've basically gone down a bit of a slope. Right there.
I've gone 90 now, so I'm just going to have to double back to like 30.
You would have you would have remembered, or Lafdul would have remembered this. So.
I don't remember how much movement. I got a vague idea of movement, so I'll go to the entrance.
Yeah.
I'm just looking out to see what I can see. Can I go like outside the cave and just look?
Yep. Okay. In that time, have you guys back with the creature thought of anything else you wanted to ask it?
Well, I know Braxon wants to plan a counterattack. See if we can rescue the Den Mother. We need to find a way to. We need to find a place to leave this guy where he'll be safe.
You know about the room that I've got a priest locked door, and you could just leave him in there.
Yeah.
It's with all our treasure, but
if
if we leave him in it, he'll die of starvation eventually. If we don't let him out.
Well, hang on. Could we take him in?
Yeah.
Would we set off the priest lock?
No, you know the password. That's how priest locks work.
I'm not
Right.
sure if it's a good idea to leave him in a room with all that magic stuff, especially the dangerous wheel.
He might turn into a super creature with like +4 to his stats because he spent it 4
Or
times.
he might kill himself by rolling all bad things.
That's what happens when you play with dice. Yeah, anything can happen.
I don't think it's safe.
Why
I
don't
mean,
we
he
just
would-
put him in
he
a
would
room
definitely-
nearby with only one entrance?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tell him to wait here and we'll go.
So, Ockar, would you be up for lending him the blanket and pillow?
I guess.
I mean, keep in mind also that this thing does tower over all of you. It's about 9 feet tall.
Right.
It has a very sharp-looking beak, and its arms end in long scythe-like claws. I mean, one-on-one, most of you wouldn't want to fight this thing,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Then why don't we just fix it up and have it come with us?
Forced recruitment. You've been
No,
conscripted.
we're having it come with us so we can go check on the brood mother.
I'm sure it wouldn't mind revenge either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but don't forget it's got like some form of PTSD.
Is it?
Okay,
Is it
can
up-
we ask it instead of just assuming?
Yeah, can we ask it if it wants to come with us to go check on its brood mother?
Finn?
Yeah, Finn will ask it that.
All right. It looks at you with surprise and says,
Yes. Find out if Broodmother lives, but need some rest first.
Okay.
like, it
That's,
is
That?
very tired. Like, I mean,
Okay, we
Then offer it the pillow and blanket and say that this will allow it to rest faster, Finn.
well, it just more like Finn would realize that it's just more that it took a lot of wounds. Yes, they've been healed, but now it just needs to like sit
Go
for at least a
exhaustion.
few minutes and catch its breath, kind of thing.
Unless you got
Oh, right.
spell fatigue.
Okay, then we can just sit here for a bit and let him take a bit to get his breath before we head out.
I mean, we are still waiting for Lafdul to return us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll let him know we're waiting for our friend to come back.
Okay.
Yeah, if I don't see anything, I will start heading on outside.
Okay, so Lafdul, from here, You cannot see anything
there.
immediately. You will need to. I mean, you're switching back to normal vision, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm limited to 60 feet in vision.
And you want to do a hear noise as well?
Yeah, I'm just doing a general scan, seeing if anything flying, movement, destruction, taking what I can in for the most obvious signs.
Okay. You can actually give me an intelligence check, please. Oh, so close
That
to
was
20.
20.
All right, so you can definitely tell that some things have moved through the brush out here.
There should be like a trail or something, shouldn't there?
Yeah. Well,
If they're
they
like...
have tiny limbs, kind of thing. I mean, they're
they
spider
climb
limbs.
and... Yeah, they don't destroy, they climb over.
Well, but a large number of creatures have moved through here, through this area.
Could I tell direction or not?
No, you don't have tracking.
Alright.
You can just tell that some things have moved in this area, especially right around here, because like they would have, all funneled into the cave here. And you can see some plumes of smoke rising above the trees, somewhat nearby. So there's definitely some campfires out there.
Oh, I thought you could set up as our ship on fire.
Well, I mean, if they...
It's
those plumes
way
of
closer than your ship.
Are those plumes of smoke in the direction of our ship?
Would I know the difference between... Sorry, answer is...
Well,
Wow.
you would need to ask me that. They're not here.
Well, I was going to ask about the white smoke and black smoke. Do I know the difference? That's Lafdul. Like burning green vegetation versus prepared like wood.
I mean, I personally don't know the difference. So.
Alright, doesn't matter. I'll head...
He's trying to see whether there's a pope.
No. I will head back, because the party's probably wondering about me. I've got enough information to relay what I will.
Alright.
So... Did I walk back, I guess?
I mean, you can, like, basically jog back.
Yeah, I will
been
jog
through the
back.
area, so...
But I
just move your token back, it's fine.
can you do that? Because you can drag through layers.
I've
I've got Ouija things around all over the place.
Alright, fine. I mean, I still am... I mean, it's not like you're following me. Did you want to take any look at all the corpses as you're going back?
No, I'm relaying information.
Okay.
They didn't seem alive to me, so I mean, yeah, I'll probably have to do a proper check, but I don't have time to do that.
I mean, you didn't hear any
breathing or anything.
No, you didn't.
Obviously, I'll announce myself before I suddenly go into an arrow or something.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah, that was... How was the guy? Yeah, that was a big battle back there. Corpses all over the place.
What did your elf eye see?
I saw lots and lots of corpses. They fled the scene by the looks of it, but there are campfires out in the forest, so they're probably going to get reinforcements and come back.
Were the campfires on the direction of our ship?
Would I? No, I believe Will described it to me as being closer than our ship.
Yeah, but in the same direction or not?
Would I know this?
Give me an intelligence check at half your score.
Oh, that's a 7 or less then. Nope.
You're not sure then.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I couldn't tell. I was obviously had a lot of things in my mind.
I mean, like, considering that you were in the forest, Finn cast a spell, disguising where your ship was, and then you moved through the forest for a fair bit of time. Yeah, you're an elf, but you're being led by a druid. It's like, and
yeah.
it's like you don't know. You just don't know what exactly what direction the ship is in with that level of precision.
Yeah, I need magic to track it. Probably. Yeah, I say. I mean, they're going to be back. They're not going to leave corpses there if they were a hunting party.
Vordon speaks up and says,
Could you confirm that the creatures it was speaking of were the Kiririr?
Oh, yeah, I'll describe them as best I can. Now, I'm pretty sure I think they were the same creatures, so.
That does sound like them.
Right, looks like
Means we've got
time's
to
up.
kill all of them and leave no one to remain.
Yeah.
Forewarned, I mean. Or we could seal these tunnels. Actually, now they know it's here.
Well, that's our problem. We haven't found what we're looking for yet, and we're out of time. So if we kill these people, they will be missing after a while, and a bigger search party will come.
Yeah, but killing them will give us time so
Yes.
that they won't surprise us from behind when we are exploring these ruins.
Yes.
We don't really have a choice. We're going to have to deal with them either way. Either we deal with them while we're searching, or we deal with them now.
I think we should have a look for the Den Mother on the way out, and if she's there, we should leave her with the survivor.
I didn't check the egg nest,
well,
I've no idea if that's still intact.
Well,
Well,
She
that
was
egg nest that we found was for the Umber Hulks, not for these guys.
They've got their own nest.
Yeah, but
I didn't check that.
You haven't been there. Like, none of you guys have been there.
I know of its existence. That's about it.
Let's see if Finn says our friend is ready to travel, and if they are, we'll go see if the Den Mother's still alive. The Den Mother's alive, we can rescue them. Braxton's going to turn to the Gravs and say, "Do you have creatures like this on your world?"
No, but we've encountered the...
You're talking about the creature that was injured?
Yeah.
No, but we've encountered them here in a number of caves before the Kiririr came.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we could take if the Den Mother's alive, if we could take the two of them to a place of safety. I suppose the fact that they're here where the Kira are looking for the artifacts is what's causing the problem.
I thought they were just...
Are they looking for the artifacts, or are they looking for us?
I thought they were just looking for food.
That's also a possibility.
It's a bit of a coincidence them coming here.
I mean, they control the world and they might be just hunting here.
To be fair, there were Umber Hulks, other dangerous creatures that we have killed that would otherwise be deterrents.
Here's an idea I had. We could go and check to see if the Den Mother's alive, and if they are, we could have them both come with us as we explore the ruins, so that we know that they're safe with us. And then when we're ready to leave, we can try to fight through this thing.
Yeah. I do think we might need to have an assessment of the ships outside. I do agree that if we got rid of them now, they would not be able to send a message back.
That would buy us a bit of time.
Yeah.
Well, that assumes that they haven't sent a message back already.
Yeah, I suppose.
So, Lafdul, you've described everything that you saw?
Yeah, I would have not left anything out.
So Vordon will basically want to get some more information from you, and he comes up and says, Lafdul, he's not looking exactly at you because you're invisible.
I'll just show where I am. I'll pull something out.
Sorry, there you are. Lafdul, you indicated that it appeared that there was an initial skirmish and then a second fight, much larger fight.
Yeah. There were differences in the body temperatures. Can you see infravision?
Yes, we can.
Alright, so yeah, I would describe the differences in body temperatures. So let's say there was multiple fights at different stages. And further away in distance and stuff, yeah.
Well, considering the how badly the fights seem to have gone, at least on an individual level, I don't know about you, but if I had the power to request reinforcements, I would have done so after the first one. I think it'd be best to assume that they know where that there's something here. For whatever reason they're here. Maybe they just want to clean out the caves, but I am not
Yeah,
one for
that's true.
coincidence.
Could
true.
we fabricate this cave as a natural environment that it doesn't lead into ruins if we cause a cave in and, you know,
I think he's right.
stone shape the cave in so it blends in better?
I
So
think we're going to have to give up on getting out all the treasure, and we're going to have to find the thing we're looking for and get out with what we can get out and get off planet.
I'm not sure if we're in that bad a situation.
Yeah.
I think we.
Mhm.
I mean, we're all powerful warriors in our own rights. I think we could get deal with this once we find the artifact.
If we
Depends
can,
how much.
what I'm saying is, if we have time to get treasure out as well, then we can. But if we have an army camped outside, and it's a case of we can get through them once, then we'll have to take what we can carry. Bear in mind that if we defeat the Kurur, we can come back here. So if there's a load of stuff in the cave, we can come back and get it later before we leave the sphere.
I'd assume at the very least.
Don't forget that Lever can teleport at least part of it out.
That's true. Yeah.
And she does have her teleport memorized.
But our primary objective is to get that artifact. And I think if we can move our new friends to a place of safety, that would be something we should try and do.
Yeah, but before we're gonna need to delay getting the artifact so we can check to see if the Broodmother's alive.
I think we should
Yes.
walk and talk and head to the Broodmother chamber.
Also, we
Let's
might
not
want
stand
to.
around and just talk. If we're going to do the Broodmother, we should just start heading there. I say as I'm gonna head out. We can talk while we walk.
One thing we should do before
I'm already
we.
going.
Indeed. If she is injured, she may need our assistance quickly.
Yeah.
Well, Finn, is the other
Yeah,
guy
but,
ready to walk?
And I'm out the door right behind Ockar.
He's had a few moments to rest.
Yeah,
I'll
he'll
describe that as
he'll
catching a second wind.
I imagine he's had several minutes to rest by now.
If you guys want to go, he'll come along.
Yeah.
Then let's.
Okay, so let's hear it. Braxon says as he's walking.
Yeah, so what I was going to say was that I think before we make any decisions in how hastily we need to search the ruins, we might want to ascertain the threat of these things and at least have Lafdul and possibly Finn go check their camp.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And you guys can go do that while the rest of us go look for the Broodmother.
Well, we're going to look for the breed mothers who's near the exit, and then we can go to the exit and they can scout outside.
So for
I know
now,
the Broodmother was deeper in the caves in this direction.
for now, get up to where the fight happened. Lafdul may need to guide you.
Yeah, I think he will.
Shockingly, the NPCs know exactly where to go.
Well, Lafdul's invisible, so it's a little hard to guide.
I'm having trouble getting out the door.
It's still possible. You can
Follow the feather.
I mean, you just need to take one of your daggers of continual light out of the bag.
We'll continue the darkness. Follow the darkness.
Yeah, but that's hazardous for yourself even also.
Yeah.
So
I've lost everyone.
Vordon, during the walk, just stick with the. Let everyone group back up at the where the fight happened first.
Okay.
So while you're walking, Vordon will say, "I didn't take the spell now, but I
do have access to some magic that can protect passages as we pass through them. That at least would injure anyone following after us as we search.
That's usually a one-target thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is he referring to Glyph of Warning or something else?
It depends on what you have it do. All right, who's
I
having trouble
suppose.
finding? Who's having trouble finding the?
Yes,
station?
here. Never says help. Well, actually, she doesn't. She goes slap, slap, slap because there are mosquitoes in here. So there.
All right.
Well, I saw someone ping, so I've come where the ping was.
Oh, it pings up there.
Yeah, it's to the north, Leva.
There is quite a number of bodies here.
I suppose I would look at this old big one.
Yeah, there is one different. So Solas would study it.
Let's
Okay.
see if it's the same species or...
It is. It's just dressed much more elaborately than the others.
Oh.
Have
and
they...
it has a
have they
short
lab-
sword rather than most of the others have spears or speedums.
I am wondering where you guys are heading that way. Shouldn't we head the other way if we're looking for the broodmother?
Well,
What do you mean other way?
Hold on. Lafdul and
Deeper into the cave.
Lafdul and Lafdul and Solas were checking out that corpse. We're waiting for Leva to catch up. And from here, the creature, which, let me remind you what its name is. Swift one who can hunt the fastest food. So you can come up with a nickname that you want to give him that's
Swifty.
Swifty?
Swifty?
Swift one.
Swifty.
Swifty. All right. It will indicate that it is, in fact, down the cave towards the direction that Ockar has gone.
Okay.
That is
Well, I was going to guard Lafdul and Solas, but I suppose I can go that way.
I mean, you can. Like, there's no reason that, like, if some of you want to stay down here and check the corpses, that's okay.
Yeah, I doubt everyone needs to go to the broodmother. It might actually stress it more if everyone goes, if it's still there.
Probably
think-
Finn and that creature.
I think Finn's still got my ring.
Yeah. So the creature will go with Finn and guide. So Ockar, it will indicate that that is a foraging chamber and nesting chamber. There's a lot of fungus growing on the walls, and you can see places where they've like pulled it off and eaten. You'd guess that they've basically just like let it grow there and take just enough to not eliminate all the fungus kind of thing. So they're kind of doing maybe some rudimentary agriculture with fungus in there.
Okay.
Bit like leafcutter ants.
Perhaps, except they're not getting stuff to grow it.
Solas,
God, I just have the contrary to what everybody else is complaining about lately. Everything went black. Meaning, just my viewpoint. My view is.
Oh, this doesn't look good.
Everything has gone black again.
All right.
This does not look good at all.
Can you see your token?
Yes, I can see as far as I can see, but I have no idea where I've been and what I've seen before.
Guys, I think we have a problem.
Hold on a second, because my Firefox tab just crashed.
Oh, that's great.
Which is new, because that has not happened on...
That happened to one of my players the other night, where Firefox kept crashing on them.
All right, hold on just a second. I just need to... Yeah, I need to restart my tabs and get them back. Give me just a second. So I am switching over to the other screen
reload.
because I may need to reset up things. But
Oh wow, the stream looks fun.
You shouldn't be looking at the stream.
I'm gonna be
I
right
don't
back.
normally. I
I'm
just
gonna be
scrolled
right
up to
back
see
for
what
a
it is.
second while you figure this out, Ald.
While the rest of the group is there, Solas would be searching the bodies.
I will. Wow. Does anything? Well, there's no point me asking.
Especially the.
No, you can ask me some things. I may be able to tell you without, as long as I don't have to ping it and stuff like that.
Especially
no.
Solas would search the body of the one that had a short sword and better looking clothes to basically find if there's anything that might serve as clue or
Yeah.
anything magical.
I will cast detect magic on them to see if any of them are magical. You don't have to tell me to skip the things till later.
Mm-hmm.
I have one memorized.
This is going to confuse anyone watching because they're going to think it's a break, but they're still talking.
Well, I mean, if they just come in, sure, but if
Yeah.
if they've actually been watching, that's not going to confuse them.
They understand the technical difficulties of live streaming.
All right, let me just do a GM roll test. Make sure that my window is scrolling good. All right.
Well, Lever just went through the wall then.
Yeah,
No,
so
I
that's the thing that I'm wondering if maybe you somehow glitched yourself on the other side, and I'm gonna check that as soon as I
Nope.
find you. Have
It's
you?
perfectly fine again. I did a reload and it's okay.
All right.
Which
Oh,
is surprising if you think that I went through the wall.
Well, Lever was in the same room as me, and then she headed towards the wall and disappeared.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's that can happen. All right. So I am back in. Let me go ahead and get the. There we go. We are transitioned back in. Sorry about the technical difficulties. But we're back now. Yeah, it's a thing that's been happening on Chrome with the tabs crashing in for Roll20 with big maps. It's the first time it's happened on Firefox for me. So anyway, all right. So the
Have you not moved?
yeah, they've gone up around the corner.
Okay.
All right, so you guys get up around the corner and into the actual den of the Den Mother, and upon coming in, the creature, Swifty, as you have named him, it gets frantic and rushes forward. Because you can clearly see a much larger one of these creatures dead in the back. There are eggs in the chamber that have been smashed by by many feet, and there are some corpses of these spider creatures. So it is pretty obvious that they came in here, found her, and attacked her. She took 3 of them out before going down, though.
Is there any way to revive her, or is she dead?
Oh, she's dead. I mean, well,
That's a shame.
You have raised dead, sure.
Finn, do you have healing?
I do.
You do have healing?
Well,
you can go up and
I don't
check.
have the healing proficiency.
Ah, okay.
Lever
I
has
just have herbalism.
Lever has the ointment. Would that work?
If she's dead, it wouldn't work. I mean, does someone want to go up and just like check her?
Yeah,
I can try to check her at least. I don't have healing proficiency, but I can still try, right?
You can still check her, like check to see if you detect any breathing or movement in the.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. You're pretty sure she's dead.
I think she's dead, but we need Lafdul or Solas to make sure.
By the time we even go, they probably would be dead. I mean, I might have. This is a bit retroactive. I mean, when I first came into the cape, if I went that way instead, she might have been alive at the time.
I'm going to try something.
All right.
Just to check. I'm going to see if anything happens if I try laying on hands on her.
Keep in mind that regardless of whether, like, you will use up lay on
but
hands.
this is something my character would do.
Okay. All right. No, that's fine. All right. So you attempt to heal her with lay on hands, and there is no change.
I'm sorry. She's gone.
Swifty lets out a very creepy sounding howl of sorrow.
It's a shame I don't have access to modify memory. I'd have erased his memory of this, so he could live a mundane life out there without knowing regret all of his life.
I mean, some of it's like pain does still
Oh yeah, I mean it's good
cause
and
growth
it's
and everything.
bad, but
all right.
as long as
Who would cast detect magic? I'm sorry.
I was.
Okay. You are not detecting any magic from any of them.
Does it look ceremonial at all, the short sword?
It doesn't look ceremonial. It does. It's well made and very serviceable. Its robes are fancy though.
It's just a badge of station, I guess.
Well, he might be noble.
There's also a lot of crossbows in the room as well with these things.
I scan the entire area for anything magic.
Yeah. You are not detecting any magic.
And I'll head back to the other party. I'll say to Solas that's where I'm heading.
Yeah, Solas continues to check if there's anything like any notes or something that might give a clue as to why these creatures came here.
What is this?
This one is wearing a strange medallion around its neck.
Ew.
Give me an intelligence check, Solas.
Mm-hmm.
Lafdul arrives as the others.
That's a success.
It seems to be kind of an abstract figure of a spider, but there's something weird about the spider, and you can't quite figure out what's different. Like the head of the spider is weird, but it's also abstract, so like you're not sure exactly what it's supposed to be or mean.
Okay, and since it didn't radiate magic, I doubt it's cursed, since cursed items usually radiate magic, right?
Depends.
Rarely they won't.
Some magic items don't radiate magic at all.
Yeah, like we found that ring that Ockar had.
I think it might be holy symbol, but
that's a good point.
I will take it in any case to show to the rest of the group.
Okay.
Hang on, I see a 1. What happened?
I rolled intelligence check.
And this one right next to you, Solas, you also notice has not robes, but somewhat fancier garb as well.
Yeah. So that might be the commander.
Whereas most of the rest of these all appear to be wearing the same garb.
This one, does it have the same weapon as the rest of the group, and only this one person had the sword?
This one has a spear, whereas all the rest of them have speedums.
Okay. And, well, I will check that body also if there's anything like notes or
Okay.
Anything that might indicate why they came here, or
Written
anything
language.
You do not find anything of the sort, but you do find a couple platinum pieces. One on each.
I will take them and give them to the party treasure.
Okay.
Out of morbid curiosity, is there anything magical in here?
No, there is not.
All right, good.
I don't think. Let me actually double check.
There's no like morality check for Lafdul then.
I mean, if they're all dead.
I don't know.
After I've checked the bodies, I basically go to the graves and show them the amulet and ask if this was. Do they know if this was the spider's holy symbol or something like that?
Okay. Yeah, you don't find anything magic in there, Lafdul.
Since I am a healer, is there anything? Actually, no. All the egg sacs are smashed. All of them. None hidden away.
You're not very familiar with the eggs themselves, but like they were primarily laid around where this creature is, and it clearly was surrounded. You don't. So Finn, especially, would be able to feel this way. He doesn't think that they were intentionally smashed. It's just that like a large group of creatures came in here and attacked her, and thus smashing them by walking around and stuff like that.
So there's nothing left in types.
Not that you can see. There weren't a whole lot of eggs.
Yeah.
So Swifty is right now just mourning. And Solas, you've taken the amulet over to Genva and Vordon. Vordon takes it from you and looks at it and says,
we think it may be a symbol of their deity, but we obviously have not had a chance to actually ask them yet.
Yeah, I thought so, but it was on the corpse that had a really fancy-looking robe, so it might have been their cleric, so to speak.
Yes, we believe that they tend to be their helmspersons on their ships.
Braxton's going to ask Finn if we
can. You hand me the ring?
Hold on, Braxton.
Braxton's going to ask Finn if we can save any of these eggs.
Finn, you don't think so.
Finn, can you hand me the ring?
Yeah.
I think he stepped away, but he said he could still hear. I think right now Finn is just very angry, so you may need to give him a moment. He said Finn's face is a mask of rage, so he may need a moment to calm down and before you can.
So I thought I cast a motion control on Braxon, and it's just probably faded by now anyway. But
Braxton's not too angry; he's a fighter.
Oh, I was gonna use the ring to try to use some diplomatic work on Swifty there. To try to help.
Still,
try to help at least steal his resolve.
Well, I mean, you can, but maybe he just needs a few minutes to grieve.
Yeah.
I'm thinking there's plenty of corpses to ask questions about, but it's like
your best bet would probably be
it's not a spell I prepared today anyway. So
well, that makes it difficult then.
Okay. I was going to say if you could ask them where they were going, then it might save us some time.
how they found this place? If it's coincidence, then we might be able to camouflage.
I doubt it. They're camped outside. They're going to come back.
Yeah, they're going to come back for the corpses, but it depends whether or not we can deceive them into thinking the rest of the cave is not actually there. You can do illusion magic to do that. It doesn't have to be natural.
True.
Yeah, but
Real quick,
none of
Solas,
us has.
do you think you would have wanted to go up to where the rest of the group is?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay, then the NPCs will go up there too.
Also, we're all conveniently cluttered into a small space.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
no
so
way
that,
out.
so that the spider creatures can come in and fireball you.
They have mages. Ooh. Fun.
I may be going with hyperbole, just maybe. And I just completely forgot what I was gonna have one of them say. Jeez. Oh right. Margoth will say, I'm not sure that if we don't know exactly where they've been and what they've seen, I don't know that there's much chance of us disguising anything successfully.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I think we need to push on, get what we want, and get off this world.
I mean, this place looks like it'd be massive.
Solas will show the amulet for the rest of the group and say that this might be their holy symbol.
I mean, if we kill out their camps, best case scenario, we might have bought a few days, but that might be enough.
Yeah, Solas is also of the opinion that we should deal with their camp.
Okay.
Finn, do you think you can hand me the ring for a moment?
It's not mine to loan you.
Braxon says it's okay with me.
All right, I'll hand it to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out the ring of nullifying magic items, and then I'm gonna put on this one, and I'm going to kneel down next to, well, Swift is like 9 feet tall. I don't need to kneel, do I?
I mean, he's down on his knees.
Being
Or
compassionate,
knee
so
equivalent.
Yeah, I'm gonna kneel down and say, Swift.
He's not really responding much.
I'm sorry that all this has happened, but you carry on the spirit of your people on your shoulder. And for that, I ask for your aid in fighting against those who have done this to you. To get justice for them. To make sure that their deaths were not in vain. If you are willing. I know it is hard.
It looks up at you, glances over to Finn, then looks back. Because again, like, Finn is the only one of you that's talked to it in a language it can understand. And says,
want revenge, but are we so few?
We can help you.
My kind were not able to defeat them. What makes you think you can?
We're here looking for an artifact. One that should allow us to repel them from this land, from this place. It'll allow you, if you help us get what we need, we should be able to help you find justice against these monstrous beings who have done this to you.
Don't know what you mean, but if it help, I help you and we destroy them?
That's the plan, yes.
I will help you then.
Good. And we shall make sure that you will get the justice that you and your people deserve.
I will mention to Ockar, is there any burial rites?
How would you like us to deal with your people? Are there special burial rites, or how is this done?
kind of cocks his head and says,
Do not know burial. Normally, dead feed rest of clan.
No.
Okay. Then we'll help you.
I'm not human.
Yeah, Solas is not getting
Definitely
any
not.
No,
sentient.
I meant
I
we're
mean,
gonna help him. I
you
meant we're
roll
gonna help him
one
eat justice. We're not gonna help him eat the people. That's what I meant. God damn it! I'm trying to help him out here, dude. Don't
We
do this.
know.
All right.
You
Well,
made
A good opportunity.
You
If
made
he's willing to
promises
help
of
us,
Paladin.
then I'm going to nod and get the ring back to Finn for now.
okay. All right. Well, Swifty will come along with you now.
Yeah, we've conscripted someone.
Solas suggests that for the next order of business, someone should scout their camp.
I'm still invisible. I could go with Finn. I have telepathy memorized. I can communicate
I'll
with
wait
him
for
for
you.
a while.
We'll wait for you back in the case while you scout.
Sounds good. Why
Yeah,
don't we?
We could set possible ambush on the cave entrance.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that? I wonder if there's any of us that have got skills at setting up traps or anything.
Maybe Finn should leave the ring with Braxon while you guys go scout, so that we'll still be able to talk with Swifty.
This is going to be a mask.
That works.
Also, while you're scouting out the enemy camp, see if you can detect if they came from the direction of our ship.
I mean, if I go with Finn, we could do reconnaissance on our ship, since we'll both be incredibly difficult to track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
And
let's move back to the entrance.
Rest of the group can make some kind of ambush location on near the entrance.
Yeah.
So, all right. So real fast. Is the rest of the party going to continue to look around the dungeon, or do you want to go someplace and wait for Finn and Lafdul?
We're gonna be waiting near the upper or lower entrance that we found into this place, and wait for them.
I would honestly be of the opinion that you should try to scout open rooms. The
I
ones
guess
that
we
you know are
could,
safe.
but
I mean, time is short. Obviously, actually, I don't know. If you get into combat,
that's
you're weakened.
true. Maybe we should keep exploring the dungeon while they do that.
Well, no, I've kind of gone back on my own suggestion in that if we get into a fight, we can't take out the camp because we'll be even more weakened than we already are.
Yeah, true.
Well, Finn and Lafdul,
don't have
your
much
goal,
time, so-
if you get into trouble, is to run, right?
Oh no, I meant about the other part if they
Yeah.
carried on exploring the ruins.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not getting into combat unless it's just like a lone scout where I might try and assassinate him.
Vordon will say, should we go find a room that we can close the door, maybe block it or something, at least slow them down, or maybe cause them to make a lot of noise? We could wait until Lafdul and Finn get back before we do that.
Probably a good idea.
I think we
Trust your
should.
judgment.
I think we should see if we can do various things to slow them down when they come in.
Oh wait, I have an idea. If they come in through the path where they went through the battle, we could go back to where there's the broken wall, and shove a piton down through the door that broken wall room leads into.
To block the door, basically? Force them to...
Yeah, the
make them
door
force
that's
it
all the
open?
way down here. That'll slow them down there, at least.
I wouldn't want to. If we ever take a fight into this complex, we need to at least funnel. If there's multiple entrances to this place.
You know what I mean, Old?
I know where you mean,
for
yeah.
here? We could shove a piton in there if any of us have one of those.
A piton.
Yeah, I've got pitons. I've got about 8.
I got a question. Wasn't there some fungus creatures in here? Did anyone check? Did the spider things encounter them?
If they're all dead.
Right,
I will go check.
Can you give me one of your pitons?
Sure.
Okay, so I'll take that.
Don't you want anything else around here? I mean, there's plenty of objects on the floor, like crossbow bolts and stuff to use. Or do you specifically need a piton?
I'll grab some crossbow bolts and maybe a couple short swords that we could use to shove under doors.
There's spears. There's only one short sword.
Right.
There's one
If
short
you're
sword,
lacking-
one spear, and lots of speedums, which are pole arms.
Mhm.
I'm
If you're
good, bro.
lacking crossbow bolts, Ockar, you can refresh your bolts from the dead.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I've got most of mine.
didn't yours get destroyed? Or was it the magical ones that did?
Only none of my crossbow bolts got destroyed. I don't think.
You lost magical crossbow bolts. I know you have.
Did I? Let me
Yeah.
double check.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
lost
from the
half
trap.
of your +1 ones, but I don't know about your mundane ones. But I suppose that's irrelevant because you can just replace them here.
All right, so I would suggest that the rest get someplace that they're gonna wait for Finn and.
Okay, yeah, I did lose a chunk of my crossbow bolts, but I still have
Yeah,
quite a few.
I'm looking to see where people went because they just disappeared.
I've gone back to the outside of the fungus room.
Yeah, no, that's cool. You two are scouting.
I'm heading back down to the actual dungeon.
You'll be
Right.
alone at the moment.
Yeah, Ockar had the idea that we block the door to the room where you were trapped inside that creature.
Ah, right. Okay.
When Old has a moment, I want to know if this room is empty. Because we had to be really careful not to go in there.
Yeah, so you very carefully look in from as far away as you can, and you see hacked up fungus in there.
Oh wow, they just went in.
Mm-hmm.
Once the rest of the party is over where I am, I'm gonna hammer in a pit in under this door.
Well, you might want to leave the door open for Finn and Lafdul to get back.
Yeah.
I'm good about here. I'm not going in any further because it might be dangerous fungus. I don't know.
They've all
Lower,
been
shouldn't you be
they've
with
all
the
been
rest of
hacked
us?
up. Like you're seeing.
Oh. Alright. Looks dead now.
So Leva, are you going with Lafdul and Finn?
I
No.
intended to, but I'm having a problem here. I just tried to start it up on Firefox, but Firefox has its own problems with it. Because it blacks out everything, so it doesn't, I don't know where we've been or gone. Everything goes back to black as soon as Leva passes.
It's losing the memory, basically, of the map memory.
All right,
I
am
mean-
going to see if part of that is because of all these tokens here. I'm going to delete them all. You know where the fight happened.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Finn, you've got the ability to polymorph still, yeah?
I've
animal
become a
shape.
bird this day,
Alright,
but
so
I have my
you've
other
got
forms.
reptile and mammal. Is it reptile?
Yes.
Oh, I've got telepathy, but that only lasts 18 minutes. So that's if we decide to go. Or do you think we should check back on our ship first and then circle back to the encampment?
Show me where the caves are first, or show me where the camps are first.
So first of all, I believe you left your ship a pretty good distance away.
I mean, if we think it's safe.
Like I thought it was
Yeah,
like
well, I mean,
a
that was
couple
the idea.
hours.
Yeah. Alright, we can just scout the campsites then, I guess.
The worry that Solas had that was that the creatures came from the direction of the ships or camped in the direction of the ships.
Do you have the ability? Well, yeah, sure. I mean, we'll cross that bridge when it happens. Lava, do you have the ability to make yourself smaller or invisible? Because worst case scenario, I can pocket Finn while I'm invisible in an animal form.
Just a second.
If we get into trouble and I can run away as invisible, well, do stuff. I mean, it's going to be hard for me to do things with you if you're following, if you don't have stuff.
I'll be able to handle my own running.
Well, yeah, I imagine you would.
Leva always has a type of invisibility with her. So There's not even a question about that.
I mean, when it comes to... Can you... I don't know about you, Finn, but I think if Leva comes, she's going to make it difficult for us. If you're not flying or something.
If you don't want her to come, then tell her that you don't want her to come. But she is still in her own. She can still decide on her own whether she wants to come or not. But don't go around the blood. Don't go around the thing and say, "Oh, maybe this and maybe that."
Well, I'm worried about you can't be quiet like I can. Finn can use an animal form to be utterly silent. You get seen, they will hunt you down.
Leva has ways of getting away. She's
Oh
proven
yeah,
that
I mean
before.
you can teleport, but that gives away our game.
Right. I think
game?
Lafdul's concern is that like he wants to be able to spy on the camp without them having any idea. It's not just get away. That's literally like the
Leave
worst
no
case
trace.
scenario.
They don't even realize what's there in the first.
So I think what he's trying to ask is, do you have a way to be sneaky and stealthy?
Like if you had a polymorph spell.
Leva has invisibility.
That prevents you from not being seen, but you can still be heard.
Yes. And if she's invisible and she's detected, she can still teleport away, and they're not they're no wiser as to what it was.
Unless they hear you chanting the words for it.
Chanting a spell effects, you know. I mean, you might be invisible, but it doesn't mean it's not like a globe that appears around you or something. We don't know how visually teleport works. I don't think it's just a pop in, pop out. Is it?
No, you have to chant words. You have to speak openly and clearly.
Yeah, and I assume there'd be visual clues even if you're invisible now.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
But there might be an audible pop as the air rushes in to replace where you were, or something like that.
I mean, if you come with us, I mean, if you're invisible, I've got no way of knowing where you are. You've got no way of knowing where I am. I'm going to have telepathy for Finn. I cannot do it to both of you.
Okay.
I mean, doesn't your teleport spell need you to know exactly where you're returning to? I mean, it could go really bad for you if you don't memorize an area. Like, you could just kill yourself.
I'm going to mute myself for a moment.
Well, I don't know what to say.
All right, I think we need to, like...
I mean, I don't mind her going with her if she.
Yeah, look, as I said before, if you don't want me to come, then you say, I don't want you to come, Leva, because you would disturb us. But going around the cream, like the cat around the cream,
he doesn't know
not going
all
to
of
help.
the things that you have at your disposal. He is asking you what you have at your disposal that can reassure him. And he's not hearing that. So he's not saying, don't come with us. He's saying, can you come with us in a way that meets my desires for stealth?
I'm sorry, he started off with saying, have you got invisibility? Have you got maybe this?
Right, he asked a few of the spells that he knows you have, that he knows you know, and is then, and you didn't say, oh yeah, I have these spells and I'm going to use them, kind of thing. So he doesn't know every single spell that you have.
That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, like, he is concerned for your safety, and he is also concerned for his own safety. So, like,
all right.
Protecting you puts me at risk, but at the same time, do you have any thoughts on this thing? Because it's very.
They,
I mean, because you're also involved.
they were just retreats. It's okay. I go back. Well, actually, if the person participates, I go back. Cooperates.
I can drag you back.
Thank you.
Okay, so Lafdul and Finn, what is your plan?
Well, first I want to see where these camps are, so that
If we go on the
should we
upper
end up making other decisions, I want to know if we're going to have to try to sneak around these camps to get back to our ship if we make that as the decision or not.
If you follow me up here, you can point outside the upper cave entrance outwards. See where I saw campfires. Whether or not they're still there, I don't know.
All right, so Finn, you're going to try to figure out if that's in the direction of the ship or not?
Yes.
All right, give me a wisdom check. Okay. So you would say the camps are certainly a lot closer to you than where you know the ship is. And it is vaguely in between. You could probably go around the camps that you're aware of to get to the ship. Just be some extra time kind of thing. Whether they've been to where your ship is or not, you're not sure of. You've used your bird form already. You could probably use
Monkey.
a mammal form that can move pretty fast through woods to get to your ship and back, and be able to confirm whether or not they found your ship.
I was thinking wolf anyway, so.
All right.
Out of what I have listed, that's the fastest movement for a mammal.
Now it'll still take some time because you've got like even though you're in animal form, you still have you still put the ship down a fair bit away.
How fast do you travel as wolf?
Move 18.
Considerably faster than me if you were doing that alone.
Let me check something real fast, because I might have something that's faster.
Like cheetah or something, but that's a grass cross open terrain, not.
And
forest.
it's a basically
Sprinter.
sprinting, yeah.
How fast would that be?
Bat would be
Tiger or
24.
leopard.
Bat would be 24.
Is that bird or mammal?
A bat?
That's our mammals.
Bats are mammals.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't sure on the D&D classification. I knew it was more.
It's a mammal. They follow real classifications. So no, seals and dolphins are not fish. So you could go bat, fly there pretty quick, and come back. The question is whether you'd want to have the telepathy up for that or not.
It doesn't reach that far. It's like 30 yards.
Oh, okay.
It's not miles.
With the time limit on it.
Yeah, it's 18 minutes.
I'm thinking it's best we stay away from the ship now anyway. Let's not risk leading them to it. If they don't know where it is. If they do know where it is, there's not much we can do about that right now anyway.
Yeah. I mean, if someone can see through illusions, or they just coincidentally just walk in a straight line and fumble through it, then yeah, that's just what happens, I guess. I guess we could just do some preliminary scouting.
Okay. So Lafdul, you are invisible.
Hmm.
And Finn, do you want to change into an animal form?
Yeah, Finn's gonna go wolf form.
Okay. Well, you get some hit points back at least.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a shame I don't have speak with animals, but obviously I do have. Oh, his ring doesn't allow me to speak wolf, does it?
30%.
No, it doesn't.
That's a shame. I will
figure out that difference there.
I will make a signal for Finn. Like, if you need me to use telepathy on you, I mean, I may use it ahead of time, but if you need to indicate to me that you want me to use telepathy, like dig in the ground.
So you can like go together, like carefully, close, and then cast telepathy.
Oh yeah, I mean that will be the intention.
Yeah, it's probably the best plan.
Okay.
And we can figure out what we're going to do from there.
I'm just seeing if I got squirrels speak now. I'll be barking like a wolf if I did that.
Yeah, no, speak with animals is not. And I don't know. I don't believe being an animal form for Finn allows him to speak with animals of that type anyway. So.
So telepathy is like one of the only ways to do it.
Yeah. Okay. So, you go a ways out from the cave and get as close as you dare at kind of normal walk. And then cast telepathy.
Yeah, because obviously they might hear me chanting the spell.
Yeah. All right.
I will just check the range on telepathy. Oh, that's the casting range. Hang on, I need to look up the spell. I did list both on my character sheet. I'm pretty sure it's 30 yards, but... It just says range is 30 yards, so I assume that's cast and the range of how far away you can be, so 90 feet. Which is pretty good.
Let me double check. Because if it's going to have a separate range, then it'll say in the description. I will take a quick look.
This is anything that blocks it, it's dead shooting more than half an inch thick. So forest and shrubbery doesn't block it. Walls don't block it. Unless it's metal. Well, lead.
I mean, if it doesn't say an actual distance...
Nah, he's just got the range 30 yards. That's the only listing for it.
Then I think there's no actual... also, it's 1 turn plus 2 rounds per level, so...
18, that's what it said.
Shouldn't that be 28?
2 rounds.
One turn.
Yeah.
So almost half an hour.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't count.
It doesn't actually have a range, so I would say that the range is actually quite long. It's more than 30 yards when it's in effect. Because range is just for casting. Alright. So, I mean, you guys are not going to be far enough away that I would need to say, maybe it should not work that long. Alright, so, are you two going to split up?
I've got a potion of invisibility if you want to lapse them up.
I mean, he's a wolf. Unless they have some sort of magic in effect, they're just going to see him as a wolf.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, he might be feed, but I suppose he can just run away. Look like a natural enemy fleeing. Yeah, alright, he'll let him do whatever he thinks is best. I'll have telepathy up anyway.
Yeah, I'll be sticking to the forest at the periphery of the camp.
Okay. All right. So you, but you are splitting up, correct?
Circling around, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, we can get more
However
accomplished
long.
that way.
Okay.
Yeah, in the time frame we got.
All right. So you approach the camp from different directions. Are you moving silently, Lafdul, or are you just trying to?
Oh
be
yeah.
careful?
No, I'm moving silently. I'm not trying to give away my position.
Okay.
I'm looking for numbers, how they're armed.
All right, so you can see
Number
multiple
of tents.
campfires. They appear to have set up a camp in a clearing, and they also appear to have enlarged the clearing by cutting down some trees. There are strange-looking tents in regular rows. And you can see the spider creatures moving about. Some of them are cooking wild game. Finn, you can easily smell wild animals and stuff like that. And it looks very regimented, the camp. In terms of numbers, right now, it's hard to estimate exactly, but you would say that there's probably at least 30 individuals.
Are they less than their typical capacity would otherwise indicate based on the fact that we've seen a load of dead?
That is hard to say because you're not sure, and they're not all out.
Right.
Like you can tell that there are some creatures inside the tents, and like how many can fit in a tent, you're not exactly sure. You don't know what their sleeping arrangements are. You'd have to actually go into a tent to survey it. And I'm assuming, at least unless you say otherwise, you're staying within the edge of the forest.
Yeah, I'm staying. I'm not going to jeopardize.
Yeah.
Do you see any signs of a ship or anything that they came here on?
No.
Yeah, is it land travel?
There is no ship. Finn, you can move a lot faster than Lafdul. Do you want to kind of lap the whole camp and see if there's anything that?
Yeah, I'll take a circle around, see if I can figure out how they got here.
All right. You can easily detect the trails leading from the camp to the cave. You're not seeing any other trails.
So they've been dropped here.
Lafdul communicates back to Finn. I wonder if they captured our grab friends and they interrogated them, then they knew we're here. Out in space.
These don't seem the interrogating type.
Yeah, that's true.
They come in, they exterminate.
On the other hand, they may not have thought that the creatures in the cave had anything worth interrogating for. They might feel different about someone like you. Well, not Finn right now, if he still.
Well, I mean,
Wolf,
their
but...
original purpose for being here. I mean, they captured our grabs that's hiding in the asteroid belt.
Right. What I mean
that's
is that.
Why
what I mean is that they may have interrogated them because they're Gravs. They may not have interrogated the creatures inside the cave because they seem like just beasts.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should ask Leva when we get back if she could cast a sending to make sure our grab friends are okay. Especially since they're our way out of here.
Yeah, well, generally, yeah. Is this the only campsite we see? There's no other campsites? No other smoke plumes coming up?
Correct. You're not seeing any others.
How long has it been?
Not that long. 10 minutes, maybe. Is there any kind of information that you want to try to get out of, like by observation or sneaking in and trying to grab something, anything like that. And what else do you want to do?
I want to know if they. I'm looking for a courier type, but I don't know how.
Does their activity indicate that they are planning to leave, like they're packing things up, or does it look like they're going to be staying for a while?
They're definitely not packing things up. You can see a number of injured individuals.
No, they've returned.
And you can see some that have a commanding presence. They're giving orders to others. And you can also see some wearing fancy robes like the one back in the cave. There may be more inside the tents and stuff like that, but you see 2 to 3 of each of those types.
Are there any stragglers?
There are obvious
A
guards.
lone scout. Someone going out to relieve themselves.
There are obvious guards. You are not seeing anyone leaving going into the forest on the perimeter.
I mentioned to Finn, I do have a silence spell. We could capture one, potentially.
They might notice him missing.
Oh, yeah, they noticed he was missing, but...
So...
It wouldn't be that much of a stretch to assume.
Real fast, Finn, you do detect some minor trails leaving the camp that are clearly multiple individuals at a time. You're not seeing any individual ones, and you're not detecting anyone in the trees, like in the forest, on guard. They seem to be guarding inside the camp perimeter, kind of thing. So in the clearing, looking out into the forest.
It seems they don't leave by themselves. It seems they leave in groups. And they're staying within the camp. That was to you, Lafdul.
Yeah. I guess I'm not sure what else we can learn then if we can't capture one easily. I mean, prior to attacking, I could try and take some out. But, Yeah.
As much as I would like to eliminate these
spoilers,
I recognize that right now is not the time.
Yeah, no, we'll obviously do it when we have our party.
We should return, perhaps have all of us that can cast spells get a rest as soon as possible.
They also have crates of supplies.
So they're planning on being here a while without any relief.
Should I have her take a look at those supplies? It would just be food and stuff, generally, or mining stuff. I don't think it'd be anything of worth.
If you can get up to them without getting noticed.
You're invisible, but it is a busy camp.
Yeah, I got 18 moves silently. How far? And that's like in the center of camp, those now the supplies. They're not going to leave that on the periphery.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. No, I'm not jeopardizing us when there's nothing explicitly important I need to do that otherwise can't be done as a group.
All right.
So yeah, I should head back, I guess.
Okay. Do you want to head back to the rest of the party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's our best bet right now.
Yeah, we'll head back.
Okay.
But let's take a winding route, make sure we're not followed. Just in case.
Leave no trace.
All right. You could like wait at the cave for a few minutes, see if anyone comes out to like make their way up to the cave entrance, kind of thing.
I'd imagine they'd be keeping the cursory sentry in that general direction.
Well, what I mean is, you know, if someone's following you, if you get to the cave entrance and then, like, Lafdul, you're invisible. If you just stay there and watch, if someone's following you, they, unless they have magic up that allows them to see invisible, they won't see you, and they may come towards the cave entrance.
All right.
You know, give it a few minutes, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Let's get back to the others.
Okay. So you do that, and you do not notice anyone following you. Like, obviously, at least, coming towards the cave once you're there. So the rest of the party is waiting for you at the...
I will
large
relay the
multi-room
information, presuming that Finn may want to keep his wolf form for a bit longer. I don't know.
Okay, I think Ockar wanted us to block this door up now.
Yeah, once they're back, I'm going to use the pin to block the door.
Alright.
Yeah. No, I'll mark off a pit, I
Hey.
guess.
Braxon says before he blocks the door, let's get some rubble and drop some rubble up down on the other side. Not that blocks the door, but makes it believable that there's been a cave-in, so that when they come up to this door, they assume that there's rubble blocking the door and they give up.
They might try and find a different way, which might funnel them towards us.
Yeah, we want them to look for a different way. We want to control what way they come.
Mm.
If
So
we're gonna use this area to fight, I would suggest over here, where we have more room to maneuver behind us.
Yeah.
I guess
And
we could
they'd
do
have
that
to funnel
then.
through this narrow hallway and door.
And sure, I'll move. I'll go and do it over at this door then once we're all past it.
Could we, in any way, get them together with some of the creatures that are still left in here, so then we could sit there and watch watch them
Oh wait,
kill
I
each
just
other?
had a thought. I just had a
hold
thought.
on. Let Leva finish first.
Sorry.
I have finished. It's just a question whether we could organize something like that, but because Leva is fairly certain that we haven't actually seen everything that this cave has to show.
Sorry, Lever, I missed the end of what you said. Would you?
Leva is fairly certain that we haven't seen everything that this cave construction has to show, and that there are other enemies, creatures around that we might be able to lead towards the insects, towards the spider-like creatures.
That's the point.
Enemy, my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, something like that.
So we don't kill anything else. We
Well, we will. We get rid of what's left.
yeah. No, what I mean is we don't try and kill things. We try and leave them there and then lead them out.
Or lead them out, yes.
Yeah.
And Finn is changing back to human form.
Okay. So real fast about this door, and then Ockar had an idea. So this door opens out of this area that you're in right now. It opens into the room that was once there. So it's very hard to pile stone up there on the other side, kind of thing.
Which way did this door open?
That door opens into this area.
Okay, so we can't shove a pin in and keep him from pulling it open.
Pitons
probably
not going to do too much. I've got 10 pitons and most. Marked off 1.
I've got a couple of questions.
Well, the question I did have before Braxton's question is, shouldn't we grab the loot that we shoved into one of the rooms down here and shove it into, like,
That's got a
this room
priest
over
lock.
here, if we are going to move back into a more defensible area?
I would have to memorize the new priest lock for another day. But at the moment,
Oh,
it's
you
priest...
already did the priest lock over there.
Yeah.
Never mind. I thought we never got that fully done.
Yeah, I haven't put a glyph of ordering or anything on it though.
Okay.
Okay. So my questions are, I got one to Lafdul and one to Leva. Well, maybe other people other than Leva, but Lafdul, you had that spell we used when we wanted to rescue the little one that made everyone go crazy and fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if they don't come in to the cave tomorrow, do you think you'd be able to use that spell on them, or are they too different from us for that spell to work?
No, it'd work on them. I would have to do it before they'd eat their main meal.
Yeah, because that might keep them busy, and it might get rid of some of them.
Speaking of spells, Leva,
Yes.
do you think you could get a hold of our friends on the asteroid ship and just make sure they're okay?
Tomorrow. Not now.
Okay. Well, my second question was, you have that spell that makes things move faster, that ages them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Haste.
yes, we killed some Umber Hulks, but there was eggs left. Can you turn those eggs into bigger creatures with that spell?
Wouldn't it be nice, would it?
Well, I don't know.
I don't think they were old. I don't think so.
Suggestion spell.
No. I mean, if it makes them a year older, will it make them grow into adults?
I don't
Oh.
think eggs count as creatures for the purpose of a haste spell.
Let's see what it actually says.
It's not going to say anything about that. That's most definitely not in the rules as intended.
All the
No,
female
it's
wizards are
definitely
going around.
It's a creature, and it's meant, and it's an initiative bonus and stuff like that. Eggs and stuff, they don't actually participate in fights and so on.
Wizards who want to get past the parenting phase, he just cast haste several times.
Yeah, so but here's the big problem with doing anything like that is that you essentially you might cause it to hatch, you might age it up a few years, but it will have the mentality of an egg.
Right.
It won't know how to do anything at all.
Be an automaton.
I was going to say it only ages them physically, not mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, I was just thinking, I don't care how well they survive. I just thought it might be something that would kill a few of the enemy.
But there is a spell that might help in this, which is hasten growth. But none of us has it, as far as I know, and it's rare. And yes.
Also, there might be a few philosophical problems with certain party members of that idea that we just age eggs to maturity and then have them be cannon fodder.
I just had this mental image of throwing them into hot water and hastening them so they're going to be well cooked faster.
I think that would cause them to burn.
Mm-hmm.
It was an idea.
God. I think it won't work, but it was not a bad idea.
Okay. I think some of you seem to be able to affect natural ground.
Mm-hmm.
So the area we're in is a worked cave. Some of the areas to the left are unworked. Would you be able to block a wall?
Make a wall.
Yeah, make a wall where there isn't one.
Wall of stone, really.
Well, not necessarily a wall of stone. Just make it
the spell.
Yeah, what I'm talking about is, would you be able to make a tunnel look like a dead end?
That was my original idea, so they didn't realize what this cave was, this ruins were.
I suggest instead of asking the nature experts and the the sneaking expert that you ask the mining expert that is traveling with us.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Probably has access to those spells.
I am looking at some of his spells right now. So Vordon would say,
Well, I can certainly move some earth and stuff like that. Not sure how well it would work. I suppose the best result would be that it would slow them down. I'm not confident that we'd be able to hide off anything unless there's some place that we know they haven't been. I feel like it's best to assume that they've already been to at least in the cave portions.
Yeah. Well, how far do the bodies come?
That is no indication of how far they've been.
Hold on. Question.
Yes.
Would we be able to create mud out of the material that you be able to bring?
Possibly.
Because Leva has 2 scrolls with transmute mud to rock on them.
mud to rock or rock to mud?
Mud to rock.
Okay, I'm not sure if he has a way to create mud. I will double check.
It would be dirt plus water, wouldn't it?
Not necessarily just that.
There's a swimming pool with water in, but I don't think we have a bucket. Did any of the treasure work like a bucket?
I can soften earth and stone. If it's actual earth, then it would become mud.
And shape rock. Shape. What's it? Shape mud? Shape stone. And then
so he also does have soften earth and stone. I'm going to look at that and see what the...
I have a thought. Sneaky people. I have a question for you. The idea that we don't know how far the attackers came has come up, but with all the fighting and the blood trails, can we not tell from the blood where they've stopped coming, or have a good guess?
My guess is any that were wounded didn't go with anyone who explored further.
Yeah, but also if they wounded other people, they'd get blood on them.
Leva also has a scroll with transmute dust to water, so we could create mud.
So stone becomes soft clay with soften earth and stone, which is not mud. It can be molded or chopped.
putty.
Yeah, it would still take a lot of effort.
Could it be dried with a fireball?
Not with fireball.
What if we took turns casting soften earth and stone?
I'm thinking there's a couple of places where we could make it look like a cave in. Hey, didn't someone say they got illusion as well?
Well, no, I was...
illusion spells.
Well, what if we block stuff up with mud and rock, but use an illusion to make it look like it's a cave in?
Yeah, we could spectral force.
And then if they try to get through the illusion, there will be real stuff there that backs up the illusion.
So soften earth and stone, when used on stone, basically allows you to like, if you cast it on a ceiling, you have a ceiling of clay, which doesn't move on its own. It just allows you to carve into it more easily. So, like, if you did it on a wall, with effort, you could tunnel your way, like, a lot less effort than with stone. You could tunnel your way through the stone to another chamber kind of thing.
So what would happen if we then cast Soften Earth and Stone again on the clay?
I don't think that you could double effect it that way.
It wouldn't turn into like paste,
No,
running paste.
because it's already under the effect of that. It is like it's still stone, but it's been magically altered, and it is permanent. I think that it is the kind of thing. So, permanent magic like this does tend to like the way that I play a wall of stone. Like if you built a building using walls of stone, then strictly by the rules, someone could come along 500 years later and just cast Dispel Magic, and boom, the wall is gone. And it would still detect as magic. My typical viewpoint is that you could do that for like a week, but after that, the magic is faded and it is truly, truly permanent. So I think that the same kind of thing would be in effect here with Soften Earth and Stone. It says magical or enchanted stone cannot be affected by the spell. I would say the same thing applies to when it's clay or otherwise softened. And
at least not for like a week or so.
Yeah, you'd have to wait for the magic to fade, which would my general view is that it would probably be a weekish kind of thing, just because.
Okay.
So yeah,
it was
you
just an idea.
So. No, yeah, it's not a bad idea. And you could still soften earth and stone, and then like push it into place, and then I think that I would allow mud to rock, turn that back into stone.
Question?
Yeah.
Could we combine this into something like Lever cast a spectral force with, let's say, a wall of fire, and then let's say Finn casting something like what was it, stone to mud?
Soften earth and stone.
Yeah, soften earth and stone behind it, invisible, because and so the ones who disbelieve, they end up walking into the softened earth.
Well, real fast, the problem with special force is that you have to stand there concentrating on it.
Not the whole time. It lasts for 3 rounds after concentration ceases.
Right, but these are things that it's basically like, all right, we go back to this place, we do this thing, and then we can go explore, and it'll slow them down if they come through. This isn't what people have been brainstorming isn't for when you fight them.
Okay.
I've just thought of something that's genius.
Cool.
I have a scroll of clear audience. I could scry on that location if I could borrow your ring to understand the language.
Okay.
Would I know if that would work?
You believe that it would not work.
Because I don't have a living creature there that I can steal the language from.
Oh,
I would need a tongue spell.
No, hang on. The problem with you scrying is I believe my ring has to be close to someone that knows the language.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a tongue spell.
So,
language ahead of time.
No, you need to borrow my ring and go back there.
Yeah,
but you'd still have to be within the range of them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, if a tongue spell would do it, I do have that on a scroll.
Well,
I could literally listen to a conversation if they were talking about anything for about so many rounds. I don't know what the scroll is. Hang on.
It's about time to take our break, so you guys might want to go through what stuff you have and see if you have some ideas. So we'll take our break, let you guys think a little bit about whether you have anything that you want to do. Keep in mind, I in a lot of ways, I would kind of say if you got a thing where you can just, like, boom, do it. Like, if you can cast a wall of earth, a wall of stone, block up one of the things, is it going to fool them? No. Is it going to slow them down? Maybe. You know? So you could do something like that. Things that you can just, like, boom, hopefully that'll slow them down, you know, and then move on. If you're spending too much time planning out stuff like that and it gets elaborate, then you might be self-defeating.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will take our break now. Be back in about 10 minutes as the party gets some ideas together, and we'll see what they come up with. See you shortly, everyone.